episode of BBB,
Breastfeeding Beyond Borders.
I'm your favorite breastfeeding support midwife, and
I should be Lagos midwife.
Yes, so with me today are versatile and very skilled midwives here today, and we'll be talking about support systems in different countries. Like, we are Nigerians, and we're going to be talking about what the support system is like back home and what it is like here in the UK. I'm sure it's going to be the same for people all over the world, in Canada, in the US, everywhere aside home. So I'll start with Kalima. What do you think about antenatal support from home and hospital? What do you think about it?
Yeah, there is this saying that we say in where I am from, everyone say that it takes a village to raise a child. It takes your mother, grandmother, sisters, neighbors to give you that support that you need from pregnancy, labor, and even postnatally. They are just there to support you, and I think it's a bit different from here in the UK.
So me, I think that the support here is very different from back home. Back home, you have little or minimal support from the medical staff. In fact, you don't want to be too medicalized, if there's a word for that, because we would trust the support from our greatest influencers, which are the moms, our neighbors, everybody around you, except medical practitioners. However, you go to hospital to just get medical advice only. You don't want that extra support. You don't want them supporting you, because of course there is this wealth of support back home in the house. What do you think?
My first culture shock was when I was asked to come for my antenatal visit, and I got there. It was just me, and I'm like, where is everybody? I want to dance. I don't know dancing.
Yeah, I remember when I used to be a community midwife here, and I struggle a lot in the first 2 weeks, because why am I talking like same thing to just one person? I found it.
I love that group antenatal session, to be fair. I love it because
aside the time wasting, like the only thing I liked there was that when they tell you 9:30 is 9:30, you are done by 9:45 and you're back home. But antenatal in Nigeria, just budget the OD.
Yes.
And you get to meet with other
that's one bright side to it. That's one bright side to it. You get to meet with other moms, you share ideas. If you're going through some things in your pregnancy, you might be lucky to find another person. You know what? This is what I use, which can help you. So that's like forming a community of support on your own.
And then some become family friends.
But things like this now make it very difficult, in the sense that the advices you get are more professional, they are more streamlined, they are more evidence-based. But in Nigeria, anybody can tell you anything. For example, when I had my first baby, and due to some issue, I was not able to breastfeed in the first 1 week. They kept saying, no, you can't breastfeed anymore. That is the end of the breastfeeding.
Oh, Ashabi, that's one. Yeah, that's with advices you get from other people. Yes, it is. I've had it. So when I was back home, when I was in Nigeria, I had to leave my baby for 2 weeks to go to school. You remember that time?
Yeah, I do.
And when I got back, somebody was telling me that, are you still going to continue breastfeeding your baby? And I'm like,
of course.
Why would I not be breastfeeding? Oh, your breast milk would have gone sour.
Ow.
And I'm like, no, I have a functioning blood running in my system. My breast is not sour. So I carried on breastfeeding, and it looks cringe. So that's where the deep cultural part comes in place. So it takes somebody that is knowledgeable, because of course I'm a midwife.
To filter.
Yeah, to filter information.
And most of these people, they pass wrong information to people. For example, now, when I had my first baby, I was not a nurse, I was not a midwife, I didn't know anything about medicine. So comparing it to now, if I go for my antenatal visit and someone is telling me something, I know how to filter what is good and what is not good.
And I think people should learn how to filter.
For example, when they told a woman that she was going to have a cesarean, oh my God, it was like someone died. She burst into tears and was wailing in the hospital. People were like, I know somewhere you can go. Don't listen to these doctors. I know. So it's as much as I like that community, I personally might prefer the structure here a bit.
To be fair, we just think that it's just structured. It's because we have this background and we have ourselves. People that are born and bred in this community, that are born and bred in this country, also have those culture. They have their moms telling them things, they have their grandmoms telling them things. I know somebody that told me that a mom said, why are you breastfeeding? Because you were not breastfeeding. You were not breastfed.
I think some people are like that.
There was a woman
I'm
I
not
tried to
being
support to breastfeed, and her mom was looking like uneasy, like, why are you stressing?
Why
Are you stressing? This baby's already stressing you. Why not just give her a bottle and all of that? So they still have that culture. They still have that culture of filtered information because, of course, we are families. Your families will be your greatest influence. Yeah. And if they're not medically inclined, they'll give you what information they have.
And I think that now that things have changed a bit, like we've moved into the era of breast pumps, we've moved into the era of you don't have to go with, for example, in Nigeria, previously when people had babies, you're not able to go anywhere for the next 3-4 months. You're not able to step out without your baby. In fact, some people say you cannot go out. That's when the whole Ikomoja thing, like you can't go out for 41 days.
41 days.
You can't go out because your baby
needs to eat.
You can't travel. You can't. Yes, I think
Yeah.
That breast pump thing has made it a bit better.
Even for working class moms.
If you ask me, I think I like that 41 days thing. It is a lot to have a baby. It takes a lot to carry a baby for 9 months. So it takes a lot to have this baby, to push out this baby. So
be
please,
well, maybe in Nigeria, yes, I want to be happy. You know, in Nigeria, people take turns to come and care for you, come and cook for you and all.
That's the support.
When I had my baby, as one of our family friends was saying, your baby is not 41 days at your house. I'm like, should I run mad inside your house?
But back at home, you don't need to do anything.
Yeah, so you get people. When I had my 2 babies back home, honestly, I felt like this is my first baby that I'm actually taking care of, because with my 2 others, I had a wealth of support. Like I have a village of support. I had my mom, my mother-in-law, my brothers-in-law, my sister, my brother. Everybody was our neighbors.
Even
I had people that, yes, if I had domestics, like they're coming around to help, which it made it all easy. It lightens the job, because to be fair, there is a heavy burden of postpartum hormones on you. So having people to do all of that for you, just make it easy. So back home, there is that wealth of support. In fact, you don't have to be rich.
I can't count the number of times I dated my first baby.
I didn't start dating my baby until my baby was around 9 months or so.
I think a lot of African, maybe Indians women
can relate to this too, because they do the same community of support.
Whereas they struggle at some point.
Whereas I've met a white lady that said she wouldn't want her mom to be with her for 10 days after delivery, because what would you be doing in my house for 10 days?
Nigeria will take it too.
And I'm like,
you'll be so happy.
You don't want your mommy
to come around.
You don't want your mommy to stay with you. I want to bond with my baby.
If my mommy is leaving before the 41st day,
I'll be crying.
We are fighting.
Yeah,
I'll be bawling my eyes out.
One thing I have come to realize about that. One thing is, from Nigeria, you get people coming around after having a baby. I'm not sure I would like that. No,
I get it. I get the aspect of visitors coming in.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it. But the aspect of you don't want your mom.
No, my mom can be around, and then other visitors can.
Yes,
can you please come after maybe a week or so?
Yeah, we can. You can actually in Nigeria. You cannot structure your visits.
You can't structure it. You have no control.
You just start hearing knocks on your door. Come. We are about to see
that thought is because you're here. That's why you're thinking of you don't want people. Yeah.
You can't control it.
No, even if someone tells you they are coming, you are glad. Because
no, not essentially. No. Really? When I had my baby, I was happy to have people around, but at some point, probably I had a rough night. Probably baby didn't sleep. The days baby did not sleep well, I had a rough night. And somebody tells me they are coming around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. That's too much for me to handle. So sometimes I just struggle. Like, okay, just come. I'm happy to have you around, but I'm not just in my best state.
So yeah.
Whereas we have a culture of filtering the kind of things we tell people, so that they don't look like we are rejecting them. Whereas people that are born and bred here.
No.
They just
tell you no.
They'll just tell you no, you can't come for now. No, we are not entertaining.
Yeah, I know someone that actually told me, like she told her mom over the phone, I don't want you around here. I want you to give myself and my husband time. So we'll see you next week. And I was like,
yeah. Do you know that? Would you be in labor and not tell your mom?
I think I want to do that. No, I think I want to do that. I've always been saying this thing right from Nigeria because it makes them panic.
So you are saying it because it makes them panic. Yeah. When I had my first baby, I didn't tell my mom because I know that she would be panicking.
Yeah.
Like she will be everywhere, all over the place. In fact, she can be coming to the hospital without telling me.
Every day.
Yes. However, here, people don't tell because they feel like it is my privacy, my business.
It's my decision.
It's my decision. And these moms will hear eventually, and they're not angry.
But to be honest,
my mommy would say, they've told you it's your mother.
So when I had my baby, I didn't tell my mom.
But
We told her the next morning, and she was like, "You did not tell me. You're this girl. You are Alakoba."
I think I don't know why I'm saying that, but to be honest, sometimes I see a lady in labor with just the husband, and I'm always like, "Where is your mother?" I think when your mom is there, I think it's going to make things a bit easy. She's there to support you.
She knows what you want at different times
before.
and all of that.
She's been there before, and she knows what to say. So sometimes I feel like, do I still want to do this thing without my mom?
I think it just boils down to personal.
It depends on your
Yes.
on the kind of mom that you have.
Yeah.
My mom is a panicker.
My mom is
My mom is dramatic. She'll be feeling the pain much more than you, so she's better off staying at home. However, the reason we are not telling my mom is because I don't want her to panic even more than me.
Yeah, true.
That's
But
the
here
reason.
in the UK, it's like a personal decision. Like it's
Yeah,
my
you
husband
can
and I.
decide,
I've seen
which is
people.
fair. Motherhood and like going into motherhood is a transition that sometimes I feel it's just right to just let people soak into it. Let them just, for example, personally, I have a personal. I don't call people when they have a baby. I don't call them for
Me too.
a week or two. Like I let them settle in.
So I think people
And
should understand
except
that.
when I see that, oh, this person is already quite active on social media already, I can say hi, and it's going to be in stages. Hello, maybe tomorrow. Hello, how are you? How's the
Check up on
baby?
me.
So it depends on the response you get. No, I feel like it's the response you get from the person that determines
okay,
how
go
far
on.
you push or how much you go on, or
True.
if they still want their personal space and all.
As a midwife, if somebody has just had a baby, I try as much as possible to not call the person.
A
And
test.
a test.
Yeah.
And if I call out of obligation, I try as much as possible to give you any information. That is one thing I'm doing for the society.
Yeah, there's
because
no need for advices.
because new moms have a lot of advices. Everybody drops advices on their table like flyers.
Let them talk to their doctors and their midwives,
Yes.
please.
So one thing I'm doing to save the community, to save the health, is that I don't give advices unless I was asked.
This is quite subjective. So it depends on your relationship with the person or something. For example, if I'd gone through a rough patch, maybe after having my baby. Okay, let me give that. One of my friends had a baby just a few months after I had my baby. And on the day we called, I was like, "Oh, are you breastfeeding? Is the baby fine? Blah blah blah." And we got talking, and she was like, "What do you think?" I think maybe when the person asks for advice,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it's okay to just.
You know,
say
some people will
something.
just come like typical
Also
Nigerians.
We should
Yeah.
need to filter.
Also
we need to
listening.
still filter whatever.
No, we need to
are
even save the
saying.
health by
Yeah.
reducing the amount of advices we drop. To be fair, a new mom, even as midwives, you have your baby, you have this knowledge, you have this information, but they are too much for you to cope with. And somebody just come, "Oh, your baby is fair, use this thing. Oh, your baby has this thing, use this thing." And then you don't know where to stand. You don't know. And then and eventually you can start picking up advices and picking up the wrong ones or mixing up information. So that's why I say, okay, as a midwife, what I'm doing to save the eggs is that I'm not going to be dropping unsolicited advice.
No.
Unless I am being asked.
Yeah.
Because if you ask me, you are asking for a very professional information that you can bank on.
Yeah.
So it will not mix up with those advices that are flying around in your head. So that is what I am doing. However, back home, everybody wants to give you advice. Have you ever backed a baby and go into the market in Nigeria?
Don't give me PTSD because that exactly happened to me. You know, in Nigeria, when I went to Nigeria, well, after I had my baby, I was in Nigeria for about 3 months. Whenever I go out with this baby carrier, they're like, "Why is the baby in front of you? Can't you back your baby? The eat from the back is better for the baby." Then the day I said, let me listen to this advice. Because I don't want people to say, "Oh, I just got back," or they start having that long.
IJGB.
I was with my father-in-law. We went to the market together. So I strapped my baby to the back. We did not walk 5 minutes. We've got
Four people are going
I
to
just the
correct
baby
your
there.
baby's head.
Carry the baby. Hey,
The head is
someone even, let me say to you, Yoruba, let's go mother and dad. You know, man, say like, what's wrong with you mothers of nowadays? You can't even carry your baby properly. Even my father-in-law, that was a man, was disgusted because he was like, at this point he said, she, like he told them, take
Your boys to support, and they think that they are supporting you
Yeah.
because they are advocating for that baby. But sometimes you can just come as
Sometimes
very
you don't
rude.
just like it. You think you don't.
Do you know what
like
somebody
it.
said to my husband? My husband is one very hands-on daddy. So he used to carry our baby in front, like he uses the carrier.
Using the carrier.
So there was a day he was going ahead of me. I was trying to catch up with him, but I couldn't catch up with him. So I saw one woman on the street, just where I talked to my husband, and I was asking him, but I didn't know what they were saying.
Okay.
So I caught up with my husband. I was asking him, "Okay, what were you saying?" My husband said, "Don't worry." Okay. Few days after, he was telling me that the woman was like, "This is how your mother backed you. Why are you putting your baby in front?" Are you kidding me? That's extra.
He's the father of the child. Why can't he carry?
Do you know what he's carrying? Do you know if his wife is late? Do you know if he's having to do this out of no choice?
She's struggling.
Do you know if this baby is going to the hospital?
And it's just even okay if there's no reason. That is his baby. They don't even have to be a reason.
I was like, thank God my husband is not a traditional man.
Do you know these things cause problems in marriages? Like,
Yes,
you see a man that is so handsome at the beginning, and towards the center, maybe from his parents, from his friends, they'll be like, why are you doing this? Why? And suddenly the man just comes back home and just switches up.
True.
Yeah.
In fact, somebody told me in church that your husband is not meant to be carrying the baby because he's meant to be concentrating in the service. I'm like, okay, I'm the one that is not meant to be concentrating in the service.
We don't need spiritual life.
No, we don't need spiritual life. And you see all boys back to support. They're trying to support, but
the way they come out.
But the way it comes across, sometimes it can be, it can enhance, it can enable patriarchy.
You know, the other day I posted something on my WhatsApp. I was with my baby and it was wailing so much, it was crying so much, and people were like, carry him well now, and give him breast now, give him corner. Meanwhile, a previous incident has happened with my husband, and they were like, where is the mother of the baby? Go and give his mother. I'm like, why is nobody asking me to go and
Where
give
is the father of the baby?
To be fair,
both of you have equal right over the baby now.
To be fair, we understand that it is out of support and advocacy for the baby because it is all love. It's all coming from a place of love.
Yeah.
But the way it's coming out,
the
way it comes out it might not exactly come in the right way. Yeah. But we all understand that it's coming from a place of support, so it helps us accept it. However, you don't even have all of that. If you like, carry your baby and the hair should be tilted. The next thing you hear is somebody will call police on you. Somebody was saying it like that. Her baby cries a lot. And they never called police for them. Maybe she's doing something bad to the baby.
Well, I feel like it's just out of concern.
It's out of concern.
You know, this place, if my neighbor's baby is wailing or crying, if it was in Nigeria, I can go and knock and be like,
do you need help? Can I support you?
But it will be seen as trespassing. So the only sensible thing is to call someone that can actually do that.
The police carry your baby.
No, I feel like when they come, they are able to say, is there a problem? There is no problem.
And
to be honest, I think that is a really good one.
I disagree with calling police. I disagree with calling police. Why not call a GP?
No,
but the GP is not going to come.
GP is not going to come.
The police will come.
The police will come.
It's better for them to come and find out there's no problem.
If I am going to knock on my neighbor's door, it looks like I'm trespassing.
Yes, and if the police comes and there's a problem, you actually be glad.
That's still part of the support that we are talking about. This support are not supporting.
Okay. For example, now what about the case of the woman with domestic abuse? The husband was always abusing.
Well, is it not now?
The baby was always crying.
Okay.
It was the consistent cry of the baby that made the neighbors call the police, that uncovered the whole thing. So personally, I might be quite sentimental about that. Call the police, let them come in. They're going to see the baby on the floor. If they want to carry him, they can carry him. They can do whatever they want to do.
So to that, I don't like anything police. I don't like anything police. So it's not just
the police is your friend. Police is your friend.
Yeah, so I kind of get it. So it's all coming from a place of support too, but it's just telling us that.
But some is not from a place of support.
Some is not from something else. But it's just telling us that the kind of support we get is different from different cultures.
Yeah.
You will see the over-nurturing attitude of your aunties, over-sabi aunties, your mother-in-laws.
What about the one of, like, you go out, people are rubbing your belly? Like, the number of times people rubbed my belly when I was pregnant, I was like,
nobody should rub my belly.
They do that here, not back.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, your puppy's so beautiful.
It's a boy.
It's a boy or a girl.
What are you having?
Have you got a name? Oh, your tummy looks pendulous. It's
How
gonna be a boy.
How far away are you?
How far away are you?
Like,
back at home.
You don't say this one.
You don't even know. Your mother doesn't even know what you are carrying.
Back home, somebody asks you how far pregnant are you? Holy Ghost. Why is she asking you? Holy Ghost fire. Or somebody now touch your bump. You are going to the.
After I had my baby and I went to the city center one day, I was just taking a walk. There was this very old lady. She came. She was like, "Oh, is that a baby?" I said, "Yeah." She opened the card. She rubbed his cheeks. She held his hand. And as soon as she left, I was like, "Oh, wow, God, protect my baby." And when I got home, I was like, "What is wrong
you're being traumatized."
To be honest, they mean no harm.
No, they don't mean any harm.
They
Yeah.
don't.
However, if you go randomly to the market and somebody's dropping your bump in Nigeria, in the Paja market, you are in trouble. You are in trouble.
Supposed to be. I think we are all being traumatized.
It's trauma. We will speak through our
Too
trauma.
much Nollywood movies.
Because I don't want anybody touching my baby.
Yes, so yeah, they will touch your baby, you'll touch your bump, they'll ask you questions, is he a boy or a girl? Have you got
Even
a
if
name
you don't
already?
want to tell them,
You will tell them
you will
because
tell them.
you just say it. Have you got a name for her? This baby is still 7 months old. You're asking me if I have a name.
But you know, I do that now.
Yes,
I do that now
yes.
to a lady in
Yeah,
Lagos.
I do that now. At
Have you
some
got a
point-
name for the baby?
At some point, I have to tell them, you know what, I'm going to just give birth to this and see what the baby look like before giving it a name. But deep down, I know, no, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you very much for listening to this exciting episode on breastfeeding support beyond borders, like how is it back home and what it is like here. To be fair, there is beauty in both cultures, in different cultures.
Yeah.
You just have to tap into the beauty and to appreciate its uniqueness.
And
basically.
accept all the support available to you.
Yes, please. So if you are breastfeeding, you are pregnant, whatever stage of motherhood you are, please seek support. Like I cannot overemphasize the importance of support. In pregnancy, seek for support from your local community, from your healthcare professionals. Where you've had your baby, seek for support from your community, from black communities, even white communities. They can be willing to help
Just
you.
make sure you filter whatever information.
Yes, filter information as much as possible. And if you are in Nigeria too, if you go to antenatal session, I particularly like the dancing part.
Oh my god.
I missed that
Àti inú
part.
kẹ́ ṣe borí o, ṣe borí bí mo ṣe ń fẹ́
Dókítà ló wà nínú mi.
lọ. Ẹ bá mi gbé gbòòsà fọ́kọ mi o, ọkọ olóríire tó fún mi lóyún. It's so beautiful and it's fun because those moms come charged. They are able to exercise. Unlike here, you just go come back sedentary lifestyle.
Oh, God.
They're able to go to the hospital, exercise and all of that. And that's all part of support. Thank you very much for listening to this interesting episode of BBB Podcast
Breastfeeding
Beyond
Beyond
Borders. So
Borders.
stay tuned for more episodes on this. Like and share to somebody that needs to see this.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye, guys.